Volume 15 will be dedicated once again to photos that were taken in black and white, converted to color from the period 1945 to 1960. It covers primarily what the children and some of the adults were doing in those days. 1960 marks the spot when photographs were no longer taken in black and white, and pretty much all were taken in color. This is one of the earliest known photos of the editor of the volumes. I was about 6 months old at the time, sitting with my oldest brother Fred, sister Connie, brother Carl, and sister Sharon on Sand Island. This photo was taken the same day as the previous photo. It was Fred's 12th birthday. It shows Carl O'Dahl, Fred, Carly, and Bobby Dahl. I used 5 seconds for the original, 10 seconds for the enhanced, and 15 seconds for the color. Fred was not all work and no play. This photo shows him with Connie and Carly to the left on the rock, swimming in front of the Lawfield property with the 2 Lawfield boys. This photo shows Fred, and I believe it is Roger Lawfield, sitting on top of the Hagerson pilot house, enjoying a light moment on Sand Island. Wooden corks became obsolete in the late 1940s. The fishermen converted all of their corks to either plastic or to aluminum. This particular cork bin is where corks were set to dry. This was at the Johnson Dock in East Bay, Sand Island. This photo begins a series of 5 photos that show the building of the Carl O'Dahl Dock in East Bay. I like this first one in that it shows the washed out Johnson's Dock in the mid background, with the Johnson home in the far background. This photo shows Uncle Mel, my dad Carl, and my oldest brother Fred examining the end of the dock before adding rocks to the crib. In the foreground is Sharon and our dog Billy, and I believe that is either Harold or David Dahl, MBs from East Bay. It's another angle of the men working on the dock. I like this particular photo in that it shows the splash of a rock hitting the bottom of the crib. The camera moves a little bit to the left, showing Sharon and Billy and a gas barrel. In the far background is York Island, and a little bit to the left of it can barely be seen Bear Island. This is that same crib full of rocks. You can see the sides of the rocks are quite large, so it took considerable manual labor to fill the crib with tons and tons of large boulders. In the early 1950s, when this dock was completed, you can see that there was plenty of water to land the whole Biggerson inside its protection. While Fred, Mel, and Dad worked on the dock, we had time to play down at the Johnsons. I'm not sure why the grass was always short down by the Johnsons, because I don't recall anyone ever mowing it. Sitting here is Harold, Carl, and me. The pile of boxes in the background were made by Sharon, and we always called it Sharon's Fort. This photograph from the same period shows Sharon standing on a small raft. It may be that she built this raft. The Herman Johnson Senior House, which became the Palm House, is in the background. Philip and David watch as Carl and I do something there on the dock. Strangely enough, I'm holding a box hook, which was used for pulling boxes, net boxes, or fish boxes out of boats. The older kids, Harold, Carl, on the first raft, Sharon sitting in the boat, and Connie on the second raft, play on two homemade rafts in what we called the Shaw boat. I'm standing alone at the shoreline on the Johnson's dock, shoes on and everything. The boat that lays to the left of me in the photo is the Shaw boat. I'm not sure why it ended up in East Bay. This photo might be from a little bit later period, as that appears to be Stephen and Norman MB Doll kids standing there with my mother who's holding the pole. This particular fort was built from an old crib that had washed up on the shore. As I have said before, we had picnics everywhere and anywhere. This particular photo shows a picnic on the beach in front of the MB Doll home. In it are Harold and Mabel and Philip. Mabel was our aunt. Brother Carl is on his way to somewhere. This is another one of the many homemade rafts we made over a 15-year period. Waiting for the Apostle Islands. This is a group photo of pretty much all East Bayers waiting for the goose fishery boat, the Apostle Islands. New in this photo in the front is Gert Wellish, but also you can see my Aunt Dor, Aunt Mabel, my mother, and several of the kids from the bay. This is a great panoramic view of East Bay from the Johnson wine shed on the left, clear over to the Hansons on the right. That is the Iggerson towing a boat full of logs. In the lower left-hand corner, the little triangle there is the railing on, I think, what became the green skiff. AI did a great job in making Uncle Jake's face appear in the pilot house of the Dorothea. The dock to the left is the Johnson dock in East Bay. A peaceful picture at Johnson's dock. That is the Dorothea tied to the dock. It was Jake Hanson's boat at this time. The skiff that is in the water is the Gert Wellish skiff. I love the wave breaking on the shore. This last photo is of Marge and Mal and Bill and Betty from Shaw Point and Carl and Elma from East Bay meeting once again as friends back in the 50s. The last photo helps to transition what will be an all Shaw Point edition, volume 16. I will try to take it from the history of Shaw Point, which goes back over 100 years, up to about 1960 and maybe a little beyond.